Uh, so, good afternoon, all of you. If I'm audible, then please let me know into the chat box so we can start with the discussion. This is the electrical machine 2 session. As per the routine practice, what we discussed in the last lab, कोई बता पाएगा? Please try to recall it from your memory. What we discussed in the last session. I'm audible first of all, please. Kindly give me response on it. If I'm audible, तो एक बार chat box में respond कर दो. Yeah, got the response into the chat box. So यहाँ पे 6 student has oh yeah, I am mute or you are mute. I'm talking about myself. I'm audible. I mean I'm Ashwil. I mean I'm not able to understand your answer. Okay. So what we discussed in the last session, किसी को याद हो तो chat box में respond कर दो. किसी को याद हो तो chat box में respond कर दो कि last session में हमने क्या discuss किया था. Correct. Rohit has responded. Hagos has responded. We discussed about the numerical. Okay. Uh, okay. Can you give me the basic of which numerical we have discussed in the last session? Let me just check it because we were discussing the numerical and we discussed about the okay, we discussed about the numerical on the yeah. Sure. So let me summarize the first last session, and we also discuss about the torque के बारे में हमने डिस्कस किया था लास्ट सेशन में. ओके, वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द टॉर्क इन टू कंडीशंस. कोई बता पाएगा? We discussed about the torque in the two conditions. So which are those conditions? Which are those two conditions in which we discussed on which we had a discussion on the torque? So हमने we discussed about the torque in the two condition, and first condition is that torque at the standstill condition we have discussed. We also discussed about the torque in the running condition as well as starting condition. I'm putting on your screen. Then the running condition, and third we discussed about the torque at maximum or maximum torque out of your machine. The machine. These three things we have discussed in the last session. Now, any one of you remember the answer of this one? What we derived in the last session? How we what was the condition that we derived in the last session? If you know the answer, then respond. Students, okay, yeah, Hagos has responded. Very good, dear. Q has responded. So we derived the condition R2 is equal to Sx2. Now, what is the meaning of this? Can you just give me the answer in the chat box? If you want to unmute your mic, you can just drop the message into the chat box so I can unmute your mic and you can just respond. What do you mean by this condition? R2 is equal to Sx2. R2 is equal to Sx2. What do you mean by this? At this condition, your machine is going to produce the maximum torque. So, what do you understand by this term? Please, and any one of you, drop your response into the chat box. If you want to speak in this session, you can just raise your hand. I am going to unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Okay. So, what is the meaning of it? Hers has responded. So when your rotor resistance of the machine is sleep times uh, your rotor reactance. Let's say that if your machine motor resistance is R2, R2 is equal to 100 ohm, and when sleep and multiplication of X2 becomes equal to this 2, then you can say that your machine will produce the maximum torque. Your machine will produce the maximum torque out of it. This is the important theory that you should, or this is an important conclusion out of it. Okay, that is the important learning. Okay, now what we are going to discuss today. Today we are going to have the discussion on. I'm putting on a screen. आज discuss करेंगे. We will start with the numerical. Let's solve few numericals so you can just understand this theory properly. So we will discuss the numerical today. Okay. So let me put the first numerical on your screen. Okay. And I'm just putting the data. Few data is I'm putting on three-phase induction motor. All of you are requested to be ready with the pen and page and the calculator. And here, this motor is connected in the star connected motor is there and has a rotor induced EMF is equal to, we can say, 80 volt, 80 volt. This is the rotor initiator. Now, uh, the rotor has a resistance. Let's write in the terms. Let's write it only. So rotor in the, but it is the line voltage. So we need to go for the phase voltage. So we can say rotor is line voltage is C, and you know this relation VL is equal to root 3 VPH. So how we can get the value of phase voltage? So VPH is equal to VL by root 3. We are taking this as a E2. So E2 induced on phase, we can take it as VL means E2, that is on the line, divided by root 3. So this is the first thing that you should keep it over, keep on your mind. So AP divided by root 3. Okay. Now, resistance and reactance. So resistance we are taking as a R2, that is equal to 1 ohm, and reactance they have given to you directly in the respectively. This is 4 ohm. Calculate the current per phase and calculate the current. So that is why we calculate. So this is the current that we are looking for and the power factor. So we need to also find out the value of cos phi. Okay. And this is the and the conditions are things are short circuited. Secondly, the things are sharp connected to the interface of the pole. Okay, so first let's consider this case where we need to find out the rotor current. So this is we need to find out any solution from your side. We can find it out. Only the rotor power factor we need and rotor current we need. Rumansha, my voice is not clear. Connected to the land facility. Please check your internet connections on your side. All of you, any problem in my voice? Please let me know. What is the solution of this? Okay. Now I'm putting the solution on your screen. First of all, find out the answer of this one because it is the rotor per phase voltage. Now, if you know the rotor phase voltage, let's say you know the rotor voltage, Now you need to find out the rotor impedance. Now what is the equation of rotor impedance? Z2 is equal to under root of R2 square plus X2 square. So this is already on your screen. So R2 and value X2 values are already available on your screen. So you need to find out the value of Z2. Now simple equation, rotor current I2 is equal to rotor voltage E2 per phase divided by its impedance. So E2 by Z2 will be the answer. So you will be able to get the you will be able to find out the current, and cos phi is equal to R2 by Z2. So thereby you will be able to get the value of power factor. So please find out the answers and drop your answers into the chat box. Solution is on your screen. You just need to put the values to come to the answer. Solution is already on your screen. You need to just put the values to come to the answer. Giving you 5 minutes for it. I got you one response into the chat box. Let me take the name of the student. Yeah, Keyur. Keyur is responding. चलो बाकी के स्टूडेंट प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड करो. एग्जाम्पल का डेटा भी आपकी स्क्रीन पे है. एग्जाम्पल का सॉल्यूशन की आपकी स्क्रीन पे. आपको सिर्फ कैलकुलेटर लेके उसका आंसर फाइंड करना है. Okay. Hakosh, very good dear. Hakosh has responded. Agos has responded. So, what about the other student? Why they are taking so much time to respond? Because we have one more numerical to be calculated in the class. Yeah, Rohit has calculated the data. What about the other student? Yeah, got the response from Shravan. चलो बाकी के स्टूडेंट्स कैलकुलेट करो आपके आंसर्स. Okay, so let's move the discussion forward. Let's go back to the PPT and let's start the discussion on one more numerical. Okay, so this is the one more example which we are going to calculate. If you are able to see the presentation on your screen, then let me know into the chat box. Yeah. The question is try to understand the question. A three-phase 50 hertz four-pole induction motor has a sleep of 4%. Calculate the speed of the motor. First of all, we need to calculate the speed of the motor. So here, let's start the solution. Second is let's first frequency of rotor EMF. That is the second thing. And if rotor has a resistance of 1 ohm, stencil reactance of 4 ohm, then calculate the power factor and add the stencil and at the speed of 1400 RPM. Yeah, so much data to be calculated. Okay. So first of all, let's start with the solution. Now, if you can just give me the solution of this one, how to solve the first problem. Just one equation is enough to solve this question. If you want to speak, then you can raise your hand and I can unmute you. So here we are going to use this equation. S is equal to ns minus n upon ns. Here, first of all, we need to find out the ns. Synchronous speed equation is 120 f by p, where 120 frequency is already on your screen. Number of poles are already on your screen. So find out the value of ns. After finding out the value of ns, you just need to make the ns as a subject, because 4% speed, we are going to calculate rotor speed. So that will be, if you modify this equation, it will be ns into into ns minus n. So if you want to find out the nr, so n is equal to, it will be uh, ns minus ns into s. So you just need to make the ns common to come to the answer. So this is available from here. Sleep is already given. That is the, you need to take it as a 0.04. Yeah, Shil Almin responded. Very good, dear. So it is 0.04. So drop your answers into the chat box. I want 2 answers from your side. Correct. Got the response from Joshua. Very good. Rohit, Ashal Almain, Savan, Keyur, Rohit, the students have responded to the question. So here, if you multiply frequency is 50 hertz, so it is 6,000 multiplied by 4. So that is the answer will be 1500. And if you are putting this value over here, 1500 into 1 minus 0.04. So that will be the answer. Let me calculate on my calculator. 1500 multiplied by 1 minus 0, 4. So it will be 1414. Yeah, so now we got the first answer over here. So we are done with this. Now frequency of rotor. So Fr is equal to S into F. Now both values are available with you. Find out the Fr. Sleep is already given to you. That is on your screen. So please find out this answer and drop your answers into the chat box. Waiting for a response into the chat box. Very good. Savan, Joshua has responded. Okay. Now let's go for the next part of calculation. KU has responded. Next is, if router has a resistance of 1 ohm, so R2 is given directly to you. 1 ohm. and the reactance X2 is given to you, that is the 4 ohm. Then calculate power factor and at the stencil. So we need to find out the cos phi at the stencil condition, and we need to also find out the at the speed of 1400 rpm. Okay, so that is we need to find out. Okay, so what will be the, so if you look at the equation cos phi power factor, if you look at, so cos phi is ultimately we need to have the R2 by Z2. Now, how to find out the Z2? Because R2 is available with, so we need to first find out the Z2. Now, what is Z2? Z2 is under root of R2 square plus X2 square. So this is how we can get the value of Z2. So first of all, you need to find out the Z2. Data is already on your screen. R2 and X2 data is available with you. So you can find out the Z2. And after getting the value of Z2, you can find out the value of cos phi at standstill. This is at the standstill. Please let me know your answers into the chat box. Then we will go for the third condition for which they are looking for the answer from us. Yeah, got the answer of Z2 in the chat box as well as the answer of cos phi, and that is done by the Hagosh, and Rohit has responded. Joshua has responded. Very good. Now, let's move to the next point where we are going to discuss about the, we are not going into detail of this one. Let me show you this at sleep. Okay. Now, at sleep, we need to calculate the uh, this answer. So let me show you the simplest method for it. So they are asking us to calculate the, let me remove everything from their screen. So they are asking us to calculate at the speed of 1400 RPM. So we need to find out the first of all sleep at 1400 RPM. So NS minus N upon NS. Now NS value is already available with us. That is we got from the 120 F by P. That is we got around 3000 RPM. N is available with us. So please find out the new sleep and drop your answers into the chat box. New sleep at 1400 RPM. NS value is already available on your page. And from that page, you are supposed to calculate this answer. got the answer? That is the 0 point. Okay, I think I need to calculate it. Just a minute. I open my calc. First of all, let me verify 120 into 50 by 4. So that is 1500. It's a 1500 minus 1400 upon the 1500. So it's 100, we can say, divided by 1500. So it's a 0.06. Now we need to calculate the rotor reactance at this particular slip. So Z2 is equal to under root of R2 square plus slip times Sx2 square. So please find out the new rotor reactance and drop answers into the chat box. Please find out the new rotor reactance and drop your answers into the chat box. And then we need to find out the cos phi. Again, cos phi is equal to R2 by Z2. This is the next answer, second answer, which you all of you are supposed to submit. Okay, I got the answers in the chat box from. Let me check the, yeah, Ashel Almain and KU Z2 has responded correct. Okay, okay. Ashel Almain has responded the second answer. Waiting for other students to respond. चलो बाकी के स्टूडेंट्स क्या कर रहे हैं, एक बार चैट बॉक्स में एग्जांपल का आंसर रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो. Okay, so let's move forward in the discussion. So I got the response from Rohit, Deepu Kumar Singh, Ashal Almain, and the Keud. What about the Hagos? Hagos, you are not calculating. Is it so? Ajit, Vijay, Shaman, Aman Ali is not calculating. Jignesh, Kaushal, Makwala, Jaideep, Harsh, Chauhan, Joshua, Samir, you are not calculating. Vivek Kumar, Vishal Kumar, Mothuma. Please do calculate this example. These are very important numericals. Okay. Now, next example is very interesting because the theory which you have discussed in the last session, based on that, this example is I'm putting on your screen. Okay. Example is like this. A three-phase, again, induction motor. It is star connected. So star connection is there. Has an rotor induced EMF. So E2, I'm putting the directly data. I think all of you understand the E2 is 120 volts, okay, between the sleeping and the standstill. So this is the voltage that is in the standstill condition, okay. And the rotor has a winding resistance. Let me put the data of rotor. So rotor has a winding resistance of 0.3. So R2 is 0.3 and leakage reactance is means X2 they are talking about is the 1.5 per phase. So this is the rotor. These are the rotor parameters. Now, what we need to calculate? We need to calculate first thing that is the rotor current, okay, per phase. It should be per phase that we need to calculate. In the when the running short circuited with the 4 percentage of sleep. So when sleep is 4 percentage, then you need to calculate the I2. Okay. Okay. Now here one important thing is this is the line voltage. Make sure this is the line voltage. So first of all, we need to convert this line voltage into the phase voltage. So you know this. There is a network issue. Just give me a moment. I'm audible. Please let me know. So E2, you need to find out per phase. That will be line voltage. So E2 line voltage divided by root 3. So that will be 120 divided by root 3. Again, second important thing is the voltage which are or voltage which are induced at the rotor at the 4 percentage slip. That will be different. So ER is equal to, you can find out the actual voltage at the slip will be slip times your voltage. Slip is 0.04 percentage multiplied by the voltage. So please find this answer and drop your answers into the chat box. So this answer you should find out first. Then it should be multiplied by 2 to get this voltage. So I want two answers into the chat box. that is on your screen. Students, please respond your answers into the chat box. Yeah, got the response correct. Hagosh, your answer is correct. Rohit, your answer is correct. Sawan, your answer is correct. Kev, your answer is correct. Very good. Only 4 students. This is, I think, why remaining students are not responding. I'm not able to understand this part. Okay. Now you need to calculate the rotor reactance. So rotor reactance at sleep, Z2 is equal to, you know, this equation under root of R2 square plus SX2 square. Now R2 and X2 values available with us, as well as sleep values already available with us. So please calculate the Z2 to get the answer. And next is the I2 is equal to rotor induced EMF, that is E2. This is, I'm talking about ER, divided by the new value of Z2. So you will get the rotor current answer. So please put your answers in the comment box. I want the answer of Z2. Two students have responded to the question. What about the other students? Okay. So we got the response from Hagos, the active student of the class. Yes, correct. Hagos, your answer is correct. Very good. Very good. Dear. So all of you, please drop these two answers. And Hagos, I would request you just remind me that we are remaining with the small part of example, and we will do calculate this into the next session. Hagos, but you need to drop one more answer. Okay, so I'm expecting the response from you. Yeah, let me check. Samik has responded. Keur has responded. Very good, dear. Keur, your both answers are correct. Okay, so you need to just check your uh, chat box. Let's call it a day today. Let's give the discussion up to this point. What we are going to discuss in the next session, we will discuss about the numerical, and we will start the discussion on the torque plate characteristics in the next session. Torque speed curve के ऊपर discussion start करेंगे. So check your chat box. Link of attendance is there in the chat box. All of you are requested to drop your enrollment number on that link and you can leave the session. Have a good evening.